What's up, Chicago, and everybody who's tuned in the world? It's time for Sports Unplugged with yours truly, the Destin legend, Leon Rogers, and my big buddy behind the board. You know how we do it, big man. What's happening? All right, man, look, we kicked it off last week. You got to have your mic on for the people to hear you. There you go. And don't forget, Sports Unplugged being brought to you today by our good friends at SK Energy Drink. Myself, I prefer the natural orange mango flavor.
Hold it up one more time.
SK Energy Drink right there, and it doesn't make you crash like a lot of other energy drinks, man. It's real smooth. Shout out to my man 50 Cent for the love, man. SK Energy Drinks. Go try that out. Hey, let's get right to it.
Yes, sir.
They hating on my dog, man. Live strong. I got the yellow bracelets, the whole nine. Lance Armstrong, of course, if you guys haven't heard the story, was being investigated by the U.S. doping agency.
Right.
You know, after he got the French off his back, after he got the Europeans off his back, now he comes home to America, retired for how many years? He hasn't raced since what, 2005?
Seven or eight, yeah.
Okay, and not to mention the man has one ball. That right there alone should give him a pass.
Right.
Now, a lot of people are upset because he has, what, 5 Tour de France? Seven Tour de France. 7 Tour de France with one testicle.
Right.
And they want to accuse him of cheating.
Okay.
So he just finally said, you know what, look, tired of y'all bothering me. I'm going to work on my charity. I quit. I'm done. Y'all say and do whatever y'all feel like y'all want to do because y'all going to do that anyway. Here's my thing. I don't know who cornflakes he pissed in back down the road, but somebody has a real vendetta against Lance Armstrong to go after a guy who's been retired for 6, 7 odd something years, and brought attention to your sport. I never would have watched the Tour de France.
Hell no.
If it wasn't for Lance Armstrong. I never would have knew about the peloton and what all that is about, and the 27th stage, the mountain trial stage. I would have known nothing about that if I had not watched Lance Armstrong do what he do with the U.S. Postal Team when he was doing this thing. And so now, for them to strip him of all his titles and monies won and earned from those runs, I think it's just crazy. It's a witch hunt.
Well, my thing is that when this whole thing went down, and I was like, first of all, I was like, okay, he didn't want to fight any longer. That's fine. You know, didn't want to fight anymore. That's good. But here's the thing, man. Why are we going after him like that? That's my question. What is the point? Now, do I think he doped? The man beat cancer and won 7 Tour de France, like you said, with one testicle. Yes, I believe he had something. I believe he had something in the system.
God is good, brother. You work at a religious station. How can you not? God is good. Look, the man beat the odds. He fought back from cancer. It's a perfect story. He passed hundreds of tests. Damn, what is he doing that they can't find?
From what I'm hearing is that they have evidence of tests that he did not.
So why didn't the French bring it up?
That's my thing. I mean, like everyone's talking about these uncovered or these unspoken of tests. I'm like, well, if he didn't pass the test, everyone would have known about it.
Somebody off. He did something. So he was probably supposed to do something after he won a Tour de France, sign an endorsement deal with somebody, give somebody some money. It didn't happen. Lance, whatever you did, I don't think you doped. I honestly said I don't think you doped. I think you made a deal with somebody and crossed them, and now their life's goal is to see you go down in flames.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the perception of Lance Armstrong, the live strong, all the cancer patients that he's helped, has his legacy changed at all?
No, this is going to me, I think it's going to make the foundation even stronger and make even more people.
Well, more people have been donating to it.
Get behind him because he's a martyr. Like it's like he's the cause, and you guys are crucifying the cause. He's gonna win. Okay. Doesn't tarnish his legacy at all. Not in my eyes. You can't get them. What are you gonna do with this? You just have 7 years of blank spaces on the trophy.
Right.
Stop it. He brought attention to your sport. No one would have watched. And let me tell you something, man. I thought bike riding. I'm from the inner city of Chicago. Bike riding in Chicago is a means to get to work, to go to the laundromat, to go to the store for your mama, and for recreation, you took the front wheel off and saw how far you could wheelie your bike down the block.
That's about it.
Lance Armstrong showed me a bike could be one with a human and dominate hundreds of other bike riders who also, thought that their bike was one with them. I'm sorry, and he did it with one ball. Let's get back to that. The man had his Johnson played with, and that's, you got to make sure them things resting right on the seat while you're pedaling. He had one that should have threw his gate off.
Right.
And he won 7.
Hey, so at the end of the day, everyone's still gonna love Lance.
If they don't, they're insane.
They went after him hard, man. I just thought after so many years of passing tests and proving people wrong, they would give up. They not giving up. Then you have people like Landis, who was caught doping. And he
they snitching.
Floyd Landis is snitching on him, and it's like, hey man, hey man, what are you doing?
Nobody likes a snitch, Floyd Landis.
I'm just saying. Next topic: Boston Red Sox, LA Dodgers. Mega deal.
You mean garage sale? Listen, I just had a garage sale last week.
Yeah.
And I got rid of like 50 pairs of Nike gym shoes and Jordans. I had Jordans like some nice, probably had only been worn once or twice. $130 shoes. I was letting them go for $30.
Right.
This is pretty much what Boston just did with the Dodgers. They just gave up Carl Crawford, Beckett, Gonzalez.
Yep.
Who else? One more.
No one matters. No.
But they got back 3 pieces of beef jerky and some annihilators.
Yeah. Basically, what they were doing is they are preparing for the future. The Boston Red Sox said, Theo, we appreciate your time, but we scraping everything that you just did. Right up out of here.
Listen, this is what this all boils down to, Ahmed, and nobody will want to say it.
Go ahead.
Boston, admit you made a terrible decision in picking your manager, and you're about to make this guy the biggest scapegoat in the history of sports. When Boston starts if Valentine doesn't see this as the writing on the wall for him,
right,
he's crazy. I'd quit right now. Y'all out finna make me go through this horrible season, because it's about to get terrible.
Yeah.
It's about to get super ugly.
Now,
you already have lost the locker room. The locker room doesn't mess with you. They hate you so much right now, but they're just trying to be cool about it and keep it on the low. If you don't realize that this is Boston just has to say, hey, look, we made a mistake.
Right.
We shouldn't have made this guy manager. We shouldn't have let go of Francona, first of all.
No, they shouldn't have.
They should have kept him.
Yep.
Because regardless of whether or not you thought he was a great baseball mind or whatever, he was a locker room guy, and all the players love him, and they run through a wall for him. They won't run through a wall for this guy.
Nope.
But the Boston brass are so stubborn, they're just going to make it seem like this dude is messing up to get him out of here. Just say you made a mistake, clip him, cut your losses. If you're going to do it, do it all the way down.
Well, this is how I looked at it, man. I looked at it as I was going to give them the Danny Ferry Award. They just cleared $256 million of cap. Dog, 250. Carl Crawford was $121 million.
I get it.
They moved Carl Crawford, who hadn't proved
but you're not going to get any. You're not going to get anything this year. You're probably not going to get anything.
Oh no,
they're
going to suck for like 2 years. Yeah,
right. And I mean,
it was a combination of the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Hawks.
And as a Cubs fan, I know about sucking for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
That's a long story. I'm saying is this: the Dodgers are set to win right now.
Oh yeah,
and next year.
Magic Johnson out there saying we're doing this for the fans.
Man, we not playing no games, man. We trying to get it. We got Carl Crawford. It's just a beautiful thing, baby. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, though, the Dodgers are trying to win right now, and I get it. But
look at that lineup.
You got nothing. You don't even have anything where I can say there's upside.
Well, no. They're saying that the 2 pitchers from the minor league are pretty good. The Dodgers' top prospects. So
all right. So what is that? What was that saying for the Dodgers? The Dodgers' top prospects.
Yeah, they got Adrian Gonzalez, who's an MVP candidate for pretty much every year now.
That lineup is going to be crazy.
With Kemp.
Gonzalez, Crawford, who can hit the ball.
I think Crawford. I'm hoping Crawford's not done. That's what I'm hoping.
Right.
But I don't think he'll be done. Carl Crawford will be back. Hopefully, if he plays well, it's
playoff push.
Hold on,
and that rotation gets nasty.
Hold on now. You forgot about Hanley Ramirez. Is still on that team.
I'm serious. Like it's that lineup rivals the Yankees lineup.
Yep. Hitting. If
it rivals it.
When it's all healthy, it's a problem, man.
From the lead up, from the top to the bottom.
And Josh Beckett, if Josh Beckett can, because what they're talking about, Josh Beckett come back and bouncing back and having a good
create that magic.
And you know, let's be honest, he was a scapegoat last year.
Yeah.
They trashed him in Boston in the last couple of years.
Sometimes you need to change your scenery. That's all you need. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this stretch run. My Cubs are in the 5-year building.
Yeah, we got
process.
that going.
Yeah, we got that going. But once again, Boston, admit that you made a mistake and you hired the wrong guy. This is where all of this is stemming from.
Mm-hmm.
You hired the wrong guy because you're not going to get anybody this year. You're not going to get anybody next year. You might not get anybody the year after that. You're going to have a lot of money, but what are you going to do with it?
There's no free agents really.
What are you going to do with it? So
all the top prospects now are young guns that are locked into their contract.
Just admit, hey, we shouldn't have done this. We should have kept somewhere. Terry Francona's like, hold on, excuse me, as I take another sip of my wonderful SK Energy drink. Today's show being brought to you by the people at SK Energy. I like the natural orange mango flavor. They have other flavors too, man. Speaking of flavor, we're going to get into a little right now. What we got?
We got Night of the Living Baseheads.
I'm talking, woo! Public Enemy, strap on your seat belts. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for this one. This is a blast from the past. Public Enemy, Night of the Living Baseheads.
Have you forgotten that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our name?